Hi, I'm Jocelyn Greenky and here with Lesley Seymour, and we are back because we know how hard it is to reinvent, recreate,
Yes,
redo, re anything, particularly when you're over 50 and the times are changing, and we know that you still want to work, you have to work, you still want to work, you have to work. One of those two reasons that you're still
right,
working.
right, correct.
So, in our last video, we were talking about what to do to get yourself ready for this. And of course, Lesley mentioned being prepared, which is think about it now. And if you know anyone else who might be in a corporate setting and not sure what they're doing, tell them to think about it a year ahead. Have some money,
Yes,
prepare, talk to your family,
yes,
and start thinking about what it is.
right,
Right? And the thing that you might want to think about is, what would you wake up every day and say, shit, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this.
right.
So now we're up to the next stage. Lesley, we were just talking, like, what are we doing? Since you're the queen of
Right.
over 50 women, what's the next four steps?
Well, what you said, which I thought was really smart, is buy the URL for your name, though I would have hoped that you would have done this a long time ago. But yes, to have that and make sure you have it. The second thing is give yourself, well, there are a couple things in between there. That if you're getting blown out of the water and this is completely surprising to you, do give yourself some time off so that you can decompress
Right.
and really spend a moment to think about what it is you want to do. You
And
don't want
don't
to be
come
like,
off anxious, or insecure, because
yes, and you
normal.
do need a moment because you need to cry for yourself a little bit and allow yourself that short pity party. But I would say cut that off at about 3 months, or
Yeah.
you have to be getting moving before that. But if you have a long period and you're really mourning, you give yourself a time and you say, this is how long I'm going to mourn. It's like, then you're going to get over it and you're going to move on. So you're buying yourself your URL. One of the things that you can do really fast is find yourself a course that you're interested in. And no course is too stupid or too out there to be of interest. You've got MOOCs that are online, which are those massive courses which are all free. You can take a coding course from MIT online for nothing. And you
It's
can
unbelievable. Yeah.
Yep. You can take a coding course free online, MIT, whatever. See how you like that. You can go to the local high school and take a jewelry course. I know people who've started their second career that way. And pick up whatever it is you're interested in. There's a thing you could do if you're stretching for an idea. That's one of the big issues. People say that they have no idea what they want to do. They know they need to do something else. They're not sure what it should be. Get yourself together what we call a personal board of directors. Get a
Right.
couple of people from your past. I mean, go all the way back to junior high. You want to pick up all those old threads from your life that you dropped. Were you a cross, you know, cross county, runner? Were you a ballet person? Did you do a lot of art? Did you, what are the things that these friends, bring them together in your house, get a lot of wine, get a whiteboard, buy some pizza, make it easy, and talk about what they remember about you. Because
Right.
you're digging for old threads. And just the way that I'm going back to Columbia right now and finishing up my degree in sustainability, that comes from something I left when I was in my 20s. I was going to be a marine biologist. That's why I went down to Duke originally. I wasn't a great science student then. I had to abandon it in favor of being a writer. Writing came much more naturally for me. But now at this point in my life, I can go pick that up again, and it makes me completely thrilled. It's still something I love. And it is really like going back and digging in your old toy chest and finding all these old toys you loved, and you're like, oh my God, now's the time when I can really pursue.
Right.
So that's a really good way. A lot of people struggle with the idea.
Right. Well, and the other thing is, you have to learn how to sell.
Oh yes,
Once you
absolutely.
get out, you need to know how to present your personal brand, and you need to answer what's new in a proper way, succinctly, with eloquence, classy. And the answer is never nothing. It's always something
Right.
fabulous about yourself, which of course I teach and work with companies and individuals on how to fine tune that story depending on who you're speaking to.
Right. And that's
Right.
hard. You know
And
what,
it's not
Jocelyn,
easy.
you're a good salesperson, but there are a lot of people find that really uncomfortable. So they may need to take a course. They may
Yeah.
need to take, now you have all these courses online that you can do where you just download the series of courses. You can find masterminds where you
Right.
actually meet in a group on it's kind of like group therapy in a way. I tried it. I didn't like that part. But a lot of people get a lot out of that. And, it's a lot of people in a similar situation. And then you have an instructor to guide you through.
Fabulous.
And those, you do have to learn how to sell yourself.
Right.
And what you are and who you are.
Right.
And that's the new world.
That. I mean, take that. That is a fact if you're going to do your own business, no matter if it's a product or a service.
And I find that a struggle. I mean, I'm not a natural salesperson. I can sell my product. I find it very hard to sell what I'm doing and ask for money. And for a lot of women, I know asking for money is hard.
It's very hard because you have to understand how to structure those conversations and what it goes into, what they get in return.
Right.
And that's why I went to business school.
Uncomfortable.
Right. Now.
For me, it's uncomfortable.
I understand fully. Okay, so the last, because we don't want this to last too long, is when it is that you have decided what to do, even if you don't know all the elements of how to make it happen, what you need to do is something that is truly out of the box. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, you should stretch yourself. And what they say is that if you don't feel those butterflies in your stomach, you're not going far enough. Mm-hmm. Now's the time to actually push yourself into that territory where you feel uncomfortable. And let me tell you, it's been 2 years of working on Cubby Club. I have felt uncomfortable 88% of the time. 88. People would say to me, "Why are you doing it this way?" Or "What are you doing?" I'm like, I have no idea. I'm making it up as I go. And a lot of it is that. And you are going to be uncomfortable. You're going to be in territory that you don't understand. But that's part of the growth period too. You need to experience growth, and you need to grow into what you're going to be next.
Right.
And it's probably going to be different than where you were before. And you're probably going to have to be exposed to more tech, to more, new ways of doing things that are out there on the internet. I mean, every day I have to learn something new. It really is absolutely amazing what is out there, and it's endless. But you are on a constant learning curve. Once corporate, they sort of spoon feed you this stuff. Once you leave corporate, you are out there literally finding things and eating it and seeing if this is the right thing for you or not. And it's exciting. Right. It's overwhelming. And at the same time, it is completely amazing because you will find people and you will find things that you really, really enjoy. And the last thing I'll say is, if you give, and you give of yourself and of your knowledge and your expertise to the people that you meet as you become an entrepreneur, I will tell you, you will get so much more back. I have never in my life run into more people, and you're included, who say to you, "How can I help you?" And they mean it. They're not just saying that, they mean it. They want to help you.
Yeah. Take people for what they're saying.
And they will help you. If you start out with a giving mentality, people will come to you and help you. And they want to make sure that you are okay, and they will lend a hand, and do take that hand. That is another thing. It's very hard for women sometimes to say yes. It took me 6 months to say yes when people would offer help. So learn to say yes and also give.
Okay. Awesome. Good. Thank you so much. I will wrap all this up and put a little headline on it, fly it out the internet, and we'll come back to this for another installment soon.
Cool.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you.